What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the CFL podcast, where today, man, we will be talking about Jackson State and why the hating just needs to stop at this point, because y'all are wrong. Y'all have been wrong. So before I get started, man, let me just say this. Thank you so much for getting me to 3.3 thousand subscribers. I really do appreciate y'all. And the majority of y'all have been Jackson State faithful, alumni, or fans in general, but not all of you, but a lot of you, most of you. And I just want to say thank you to everybody, but especially y'all, because y'all have been supporting me the most. Y'all have been supporting me a lot with everything that I put out. Even when I do videos on other schools, you know, y'all really do show up and you watch those videos, and I really do appreciate y'all. But yeah, with that being said, let's get started, all right? So number one, I just want to say this. Since week one, you've had doubts about Jackson State, and that's fine. I get it. But with that being said, had y'all just said now, like, you know what, we were wrong. We were wrong about Shedeur. We were wrong about Coach Prime. We were wrong about Jackson State. Everything would have been good, you know? But y'all continue to double down on the hate, and I don't get it. And here's the difference between hate and fair criticism. Because y'all seem to think that you give fair criticism and you don't. If y'all are saying, you know, Jackson State's run game, not good. The offensive line, underwhelming. I get that. That's criticism. You know, things like that, that's criticism. But saying, like, Shedeur still ain't showed me nothing. Shedeur, you know, he's supposed to be doing this. He was the 4-star recruit, right? The offense is supposed to be doing this. I'm going to address all that, matter of fact, right? So first, let's start with Shedeur. Since the beginning, you've said, oh, daddy ball. He's been given the position. He's not better than Quincy Casey. The SWAC will expose him. He's a little too cocky. You can't make those comments that he made at the SWAC Media Day about other schools. The SEC defense, is he crazy? Now you're wrong. You're the one who's looking crazy, right? Because he's the best quarterback in the SWAC right now. This season, right now, he's the best quarterback in the SWAC. It can fluctuate, but when you look at the man's stats, right, throughout 7 games, he's 153 for 219. That's a 70% completion percentage, which ranks first in the SWAC. He's second in interceptions. Only through one desperation throw versus ULM. You got to make something happen. He tried to. It didn't work out. Other than that, he does not put the ball in harm's way. And I think the quarterback who's first in that area is the quarterback for Texas Southern. He hasn't thrown a pick yet this year. So, you know, great job by him. But Shedeur comes second to that. So, second in yards with 1,852. I think only Akil Glass has more. He's tied with Akil for first in touchdowns with 17. 17 touchdowns, 1 interception. That is a really good touchdown to interception ratio. The only way it can get better, obviously, is if he throws no picks. In efficiency, he's first. 165.6. When you hear that, how do you not think to yourself, damn, I was really wrong about it? I was really wrong. Like, let me just say that and move on. Ain't nobody saying you got to be a fan of the man, but I mean, just admit you was wrong about him. Now all I'm hearing is he's supposed to be doing that. He was a 4-star recruit. But y'all were the same ones who were discrediting his stars, saying his dad got him for him. He's not really a 4-star. Alabama didn't really want you. These bigger schools, Georgia didn't really want you. Florida State didn't really want you. Y'all was saying that. And now that he's proven to you why you're wrong, because y'all really thought, y'all sat up there and thought he would get exposed, and he hasn't yet. So now that he hasn't, y'all are saying he's supposed to do that because of his ranking. I don't get it. Like, it meant you was wrong on that, right? But let's keep it moving. So his precision, second to none. Accuracy, second to none. Pocket presence, damn sure second to none. Him avoiding sacks, prolonging plays, and making the throws. Something we did not expect him to do simply because, you know, he's slow, or at least we said he was. He's gotten a lot faster since high school. I can tell. Second to none. I'm not going to say second to none. There's a lot of great scramble quarterbacks out here, especially in the SWAC. But he's really good at that as well. He's proven that he can provide that element to his game. He's not just a statue. Not a statue at all, as a matter of fact. And his throw on the run, deadly accurate. Y'all were wrong about Shedeur. That's number one. All right. Then you go to the. Then y'all go to the. What was the next thing? Oh yeah, Coach Prime. He got all his talent, but he can't mesh these egos together. That's impossible, especially not in 1 year. It's crazy. How can y'all expect him to do this in 1 year? Well, so far they're 6-1. Anybody who's a distraction to the team, they get punished or they get let go of. He doesn't show anybody fair special treatment, especially not his sons. Shiloh and Dejon Warren did not start for disciplinary reasons in the very first game of the season. Shedeur will get yelled at for doing things he's not supposed to be doing. Nobody gets special treatment on that team. They actually make these players work for their position on a weekly basis. Something you can't even say for most schools. Everybody's on the same level. Nobody's above the other. Whether you're an NFL guy, whether you're a walk-on, nobody's above the other at Jackson State. That's the culture there. You're seeing that. All right, so that was wrong. The defense have been playing great since week one. They've meshed since week one. The offense, they took longer to get going, but they've got going. The passing game is there. The run game isn't, but the pass game is there. 6-1, first in the division. So you're wrong on that as well. All right, then after that, you trash talk the transfers that they've had coming in, but not your own. See, at the beginning, right, when they were still stockpiling all this talent and these videos were being made, y'all was saying, I mean, y'all happy, but these guys came from the FBS for a reason. These guys couldn't cut it at their respective schools, so they came down here. Not even realizing that y'all sound so crazy because number one, you're talking shit about your own school, your own conference, the SWAC conference, when you say that. When you say they couldn't cut it here, so they came here where it's easier, you're shitting on your own conference. So I wish I would stop that, right? And then it's just not true. These kids came here because they bought into Coach Prime. It didn't work out at their respective schools. That part is right. But they bought into Coach Prime. They wanted to come here and make a change. It is very much possible for a kid to hear that pitch and say, you know what? I want to be a part of that. It's possible. It doesn't have to be you couldn't cut it here, so you had to come to the SWAC. Stop that. Stop that. Stop. Stop it. Get some help. Get some help. In the words of Michael Jordan. All right? So, you trash their transfers, but when your school got a transfer, right, y'all were very excited. Y'all were very excited. I mean, oh man, y'all see who we got from here? Hey, somebody better tell Coach Prime we recruit too. That was y'all. That was y'all, was it not? That was y'all. Like, imagine how crazy that looks. And I sat right there and I didn't say anything, but I just sat right there and I was like, these people are hypocrites. Like, this is how I know, like, none of your critique is fair. You just hate that it happens to Jackson State. Jackson State won the Deion Sanders sweepstakes, and y'all are upset about that still. Like, still. And I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. And then, finally, right? No, not finally, because there's one more. But then, you give no credit to the offense when they did get going. When they had great showings this season, you didn't give any credit to them. You're saying, well, they're supposed to do that. They have all this talent. They should do that. But since week one of the main things that you said about Jackson State, especially after the Orange Blossom Classic, was the defense is great, that offense is ass. The defense is going to have to carry that offense all season. If y'all offense ain't going to get y'all to a SWAC championship or a Celebration Bowl. It's only the defense. And now they're one of the top offenses in the SWAC. It took them longer. To get there. But that passing game has gotten going. And they're hard to stop now. They've meshed. So now you're looking great. The run, like I said, the run game isn't there yet. I don't think it's going to be there this season. I think what they can hope for is for the run game to just be exceptional. I don't think it's going to be great this year. We're just too far in. But the passing game has gotten going. They will kill you through the air. The offensive line, inconsistent, but they will kill you through the air still. Because they're going to eventually give Shedeur time to get those passes off. And a lot of people, even with the pressure they get, it's not enough just to get pressure on Shedeur. You got to actually sack him, or he's still going to make the throw. Y'all were wrong on that. Since week one, it was, hey, y'all offense ain't going to get y'all nowhere. But great defense, though. And now they're playing great. They're playing great. So, last but not least, y'all call the fan base delusional. Every JSU fan is called delusional. When I get on social media and I see Jackson State fans are happy, all I see is y'all coming out of nowhere. Man, these JSU fans get on my nerves. They delusional. They this, they that. So let me break down the difference in delusion and just being happy for your team. So delusion is Jackson State fans saying, we can go compete in the SEC right now. We can compete with Alabama. We can compete in the Sun Belt Conference. That is delusion. I would agree there. That's delusion. Because we don't even know how they do against the top FCS competition. So that's delusion to say that we can just go to any FBS conference and dominate. That's not happening, right? And there's a few delusional fans in any fan base. But y'all make it seem like it's the majority of Jackson State. And it's not. It's them being happy for the school, right? So that's delusion. But them saying, we're going to win the SWAC this year. We're going to win the Celebration Bowl this year. It's not delusion. It's excitement. I don't know what program doesn't have fan bases that feels that way about their school. I just don't. Whether that's college or the NFL, NBA, like I don't know. You tell me. You tell me what fan base isn't excited for their school on a yearly basis. Every fan base is. That's not delusion. That's excitement. Let these folks be excited. They have been losing for so long, and now that they've won the Deion Sanders sweepstakes, now that they've won the 4-star recruit sweepstakes, now that they've getting this talent, they're getting the practice facilities, they're getting all this attention and all this money and revenue. Y'all are mad. So you call the fans delusional when they say the most innocent things that any fan would say. You feel me? You get so uptight and you hate so much. But why? Like let me give you an example, right? I feel like you should you can trash talk. Don't get me wrong. You can trash talk. That's fine. But I feel like the hate that y'all have towards Jackson State is unreal. It's unreal, right? Because you should want to see them at least be competitive. You should want to see them become a competitive team. Like, I think the conference as a whole wants Mississippi Valley to have better facilities. I think the conference as a whole wants to see Mississippi Valley become a really competitive team and not be last place every single year and not be the laughingstock of the SWAC every single year. Same thing with Texas Southern. You want to see that. You would want to see that. But it's different with Jackson State because of who their coach is, the attention they've got, the fact that these fans are happy and they're posting about it now. And if I'm being honest with you, that's the definition of a hater. That's the definition of a hater. It, like none of your critique is fair. But yeah. So in the NFL, when the Cleveland Browns were such a snake-bitten franchise up until a couple of years ago, NFL fans would make jokes like, "Oh, that's the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland gonna do what Cleveland gonna do. They used to it." They would laugh at them for being unsuccessful, right? But it was like it was never hate, right? It was jokes. It was never hate. It was never real hate. When Cleveland got good, people were happy for Cleveland. Fan bases were happy for Cleveland, right? They didn't want Cleveland to beat their team, of course, which is why I say the trash talking can still happen. But they never wanted to humble another franchise. I mean, a franchise who was used to losing. They never wanted that. They never wanted to humble a franchise who's just starting to find success. But y'all do to Jackson State. This is just something that I've noticed. All right, that's all I'm saying. If you disagree, you can let me know down in the comments below. My mind ain't even changing on this. Y'all just got to stop the hate, man. That's all I'm saying. Be fair in your critique. All I'm trying to say. But with that being said, man, I go by the name of Kobe. You are watching the CFL podcast, and I'm out. Peace.